Highway 60 west of Seneca, Missouri.
Time is ticking for millions of unvaccinated working Americans to get their COVID shots. I'm Skyler Henry at the White House with a look at the Biden administration's new vaccine mandates, causing some states to push back.
And the Joplin Chamber brings together regional tech leaders at the Innovation and Tech Summit.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
The Biden administration issues tougher new vaccine rules that are expected to affect 84 million workers. President Biden first revealed the idea to require vaccines at larger companies in September, and today it became official. Skyler Henry reports from the White House.
The new Biden administration rules require millions of Americans working at companies with 100 or more employees to get fully vaccinated by January 4th, or be tested at least once a week. Unvaccinated employees must also wear a face mask at work. Employers who fail to comply by January 4th could be fined nearly $14,000 per violation.
This gives them a level of certainty that I think is going to encourage more people to get vaccinated.
The White House's move is already receiving pushback from Republicans who say the Labor Department's OSHA agency doesn't have the authority to impose vaccine requirements. On Capitol Hill, Dr. Anthony Fauci told lawmakers he expects COVID to persist at some level.
I think eradication is out. We've only eradicated one virus in history for humans, and that's smallpox.
After last summer's surge, COVID-19 cases are rising or holding steady in at least 34 states.
The Delta variant reminded us we need to be humble in our response to this virus.
With this week's Pfizer vaccine rollout for 5 to 11-year-olds, cities like New York are urging parents to get their children vaccinated.
Kids are eligible for the $100 vaccine incentive.
Guys, how are you? Just need proof of vaccination, please.
In Los Angeles County, customers at indoor bars, lounges, and nightclubs now have to show proof of vaccination or stay outside. The city of Los Angeles is set to impose a more sweeping vaccine mandate for businesses next week. Skyler Henry, CBS News, the White House.
CDC says the pace of booster and first shots is slowing following the longest acceleration the U.S. has seen in months. The Crawford County Health Department is ready to go for parents and guardians looking to get their 5 to 11-year-olds vaccinated against COVID-19. The director of the Crawford County Health Department says the KDHE had child doses of COVID-19 shots ready for them shortly after they were approved by the CDC. She also says getting elementary school-aged kids vaccinated is a key component to getting the 4-state area out of the pandemic. Tomorrow from 2 to 4 p.m., parents and guardians can walk in with their kids for the first of 2 Pfizer vaccines made specifically for kids ages 5 to 11. The Crawford County Health Department will also hold a second walk-in vaccination clinic for kids ages 5 to 11 on Monday from 2 to 6 p.m. Now, today's KOAM News Now Insta poll question we're asking, would anything convince you to get a COVID-19 vaccine for your 5 to 11-year-old child? Your options are no, nothing would. You need more information, or you're already convinced. You can participate in the poll at koamnewsnow.com/vote or through the KOAM News Now mobile app. Results are updated live, and we're going to check in on the numbers a little bit later. Newton County, Missouri jury convicts a Neosho man accused of stealing a police cruiser. Authorities say 37-year-old Jason Hurst was in police custody for trespassing. While the officers were tending to another subject, he slipped out of his handcuffs, crawled into the front seat of the cruiser, and drove off. Police chased him afterward and caught him when he did this. He flipped the car. Hurst was found guilty of tampering with a motor vehicle and resisting arrest. Once again, kind of chilly out there, Doug Heddy.
Yeah, super cold start. We actually had our first freeze across the region, very frosty as well, but we warmed up nicely during the afternoon up to 56. But look at that start, 30 degrees, and we're going to go into the 30s once again for us tonight. I think we'll stay above this mark, but we're going to drop back into the mid-30s once again. A few little clouds have been streaming through really all afternoon into the evening hours, but besides that, there's nothing going on. Our weather's actually pretty quiet as we go through the next few days. Temperatures cooling off. We're sitting low to mid-40s, and I think by morning, most of us will drop into the mid-30s, about 36 to start, 47 by 10, 55 by noon, but a little bit warmer We're going to press 60 as we head into the afternoon hours. So we're going to look at the weekend. In fact, we're going to do your entire month-long forecast coming up here in just a little bit.
Catch you then. The Joplin Area Chamber of Commerce hosted a regional innovation and technology summit. Topics included entrepreneurship, innovation, and, of course, technology. One goal, to bring together innovative thinkers who leverage technology to overcome barriers.
So I think we're in the beginning stages of what could be something really great as this grows on year after year. And I think just having people from speakers all over the world and all over the nation come in and talk about the important topics of cybersecurity.
Today's all-day summit was sponsored by SNC Squared. Some authors at Pitt State are honored for their work and contributions. Some of the authors include Professor of English Casey Hermanson, who's written several children's stories, also Professor of Management Donald Bach, who has written about business.
I know what I've been working on. I have no idea what other people have been working on. So coming out and being able to admire other people's work and be amazed each year is really interesting. We attend even when we're not being celebrated because it's a way of finding out what everyone's up to and celebrating our colleagues.
Today's author recognition was part of Pitt State's 38th annual University Authors Reception. Still ahead, some of the area's best dancers showcase their skills in Carthage. And it'll be a battle in the trenches. The MIAA's sack leader takes on one of the best offensive lines in the league as Pitt State prepares to take on Washburn. Dancers from all over Southwest Missouri gathered in Carthage to show off their routines to their friends, families, and each other. KOIM's Bronte Sorotsky has how a yearly dance competition impacts these teenagers' lives.
For Carthage senior Carly Simpson, Thursday night was a memorable one.
Yeah, it's going to be my last one.
It was the 2021 Southwest Missouri Dance Team Showcase, something she's been doing all throughout high school.
You know, time flies, and I really feel that way, especially with this year, but I'm excited, but I'm also really sad because I love this group of girls that I'm with on my team, and we're really, really close, and we've been dancing for a long time together, so it's going to be hard to give it up, but I'm glad that I can be here.
The showcase is a way for teams from all over Southwest Missouri, from Carthage to McDonald County, to show off their moves and raise funds for the team.
Yeah, we use it towards uniforms and competitions and traveling to competitions that we go to in the winter.
Melanie Perkins, Carthage dance coach, says it's also a way for dancers all over Southwest Missouri to fully have the spotlight on them.
So usually they're kind of supporting football and basketball, and this is kind of just something to highlight them as athletes, as individuals, and all the hard work that they put into dancing. Just kind of an event just especially for them.
For Simpson, she says the showcase is not only an opportunity to show off her and her team's talent, but also to connect with people at other schools who share the same passion as her and her teammates.
Well, there's people from Webb and Carl Junction there, and they are also here. And I've danced with them for about 5 to 6 years, and I also know other people from other teams, and I think it's a great way to meet new people and learn how other teams form.
It's a way for these students to showcase their hard work and talent with each other, while also getting support back from their communities. In Carthage, Bronte Sorotsky, KOAM News.
This was the dance team's 13th year participating in this showcase. Later, Carthage soccer looks to claim a district title as they take on Kickapoo.
Plus, we're going to look at your month-long forecast coming up next.
Prearrange your cream.
Pittsburgh, you're gonna dig it.
Well, it definitely turned out to be a fairly nice Thursday for us today. We did have a lot of clouds across the region, a very cold start, but hey, at least we didn't have any rain like we've seen on and off showers over the past couple days. Great time lapse, Indigo Sky Casino and Resort. Of course, Indigo is just outside of Seneca, Missouri, but you can see we did get some sun. We were just kind of in and out of the clouds throughout most of the daytime hours. All right, another frosty night. Should not have a freeze. We had our first freeze during the morning hours, but frosty again. But we are going to start to warm things back up as we go through the next few days. We're actually going to set up and see a pretty good weekend on tap for us. Cold start. Look at our temperatures, 30, 31. A little bit warmer on the Kansas and the Oklahoma side, and then we warm through the 30s, 40s, mid-50s during the afternoon, and we have dropped off now mainly into lower 40s. I think we'll drop back into the mid-30s once again by the time you wake up tomorrow morning. Looks good though. Right now we are dry. Currently it's 42. The winds are pretty much calm. Humidity is a little high. Could get a little bit of patchy fog out there just due to a little bit of moisture on the ground and calm wind, so a little bit of patchy fog can form in those low-lying areas. And we have some clouds still streaming through, so partly cloudy skies for us tonight. Nothing really going on, so just a few clouds streaming through. In fact, if we go west, we have a little system up across the Pacific Northwest. This will stay to our north, so this is pretty much our weather here. A whole lot of nothing over the next 4 or 5 days, which is good for most of you, especially as we head into the weekend. All right, let's break it down. Let's go through the overnight hours tonight. Mid-30s to start. A few clouds out there. Great afternoon. I think we'll go maybe 4 to 5 degrees warmer than what we saw today. 36 to start, 54 by noon, high temp near 60, south winds at about 5 to 10. Tomorrow night, still chilly. We drop back kind of in that 38 to 40 degree range. Saturday looks fantastic. Mostly sunny skies. We're going to go into the mid-60s during the afternoon hours. Even Sunday looks good. If you're heading north Kansas City, the Chiefs game Sunday afternoon, we're going to be pushing 70. Plenty of sunshine, so fantastic. So the entire weekend looks great. Monday looks good. You can see this wind shift line, central Kansas. This is Monday evening. That's a cold front. It's going to sneak in and kind of stall and just kind of hang out on top of us for a couple days, giving us some showers on Tuesday and then some showers again by the time we head into late Wednesday into Thursday. And then we really cool down late next week. But we get a pretty good stretch, a pretty nice weather. Near 60 tomorrow, 65 Saturday, 70 on Sunday. Of course, the clock goes back early Sunday morning. Rain chances sneak back in on Tuesday and Wednesday, but our temperature is great until late next week. Rain chances on Friday, so we really cool down as we head into next weekend. So if we look at the month long, this is based off my pattern. We are ending the first cycle. So we're almost through the first cycle. And once we get through that first cycle, I'll have a really good idea on the winter, which we'll do a winter forecast here in a few weeks. November's kind of all over the place. Cold middle of the month. It's going to be chilly for Thanksgiving. So let's start next Sunday. This would be Sunday the 14th. Pretty quiet week. We may get some showers in here Friday and Saturday, but a cold start, so we're looking at 30s and 40s for highs, but we're going to be back in the 50s and 60s by the second half of the week. It does pick up for Thanksgiving week. Plenty of chances for rain. Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, Thanksgiving, Black Friday, Thanksgiving's going to be chilly. Most likely highs into the 40s. Let's wrap up November and go into December. It really picks up at the beginning of December. Showers, thunderstorms Thursday and Friday. I wouldn't be surprised if we end with snow on December the 4th, which is a Saturday. But really November, fairly typical. But you can see we're inching closer to those winter months.
It seems to me we haven't had a lot of snow in recent winters.
I mean, just the one last year on Thanksgiving, Valentine's Day.
I'd forgotten.
Yeah.
Thanks, Todd. A high school in Columbia, Missouri celebrated its homecoming recently, and a student made history by becoming the first male at his school to win the title of Homecoming Queen. Catherine Merck shows us how Zachary Wilmore's win has made an impact on the school.
It's a tradition that's been around a long time.
Your 2021 Homecoming Queen is Zachary Wilmore.
Not everyone gets a moment like this.
It was literally like a dream. But the fact that I won, it was just really special to me.
Rockbridge senior Zachary Wilmore won the title of this year's Homecoming Queen. He's the first boy to do so at his school.
I took a really quick Instagram poll. I was like, should I be king or queen? And they were like, queen would look prettier on the sash. And I was like, you're so correct. So I chose queen.
Hey guys, we're live from Rockbridge.
His decision for the queen spot goes beyond just the sparkly dress.
Queen is a term used by gay men specifically as an endearing thing.
As the parent of an LGBTQ student who was sitting right next to me, that they felt that inclusivity.
And then no one gave me a hard time about it in the hallways. All I got was just compliments.
However, this isn't the first win for the teenager. With over 1 million followers on TikTok, Wilmore has become an influencer online. He's shown the outfits he wears to school that got him dress code violations.
A lot of the times I did feel like they could target students, and I felt a little bit targeted.
Let's talk about what to do if you want to change your school's dress code.
The district says they're making efforts to change the dress code before Wilmore graduates.
They put me in charge of creating the new dress code. I originally made it because I was like, hey, I am upset that this is happening to me, and that's just like, this is my story, and eventually it did create change.
So you bagged him. I'm a savage. These kids are part of mainstream community and culture at this point, as well they should be.
As time goes on, this tradition looks different at Rockbridge.
It was the final stepping stone.
And now more people can experience this moment.
And just for me to be like, people do like me, like people are happy.
Zachary Wilmore graduates from high school after this school year. As for his plans, says he wants to pursue fashion design. Coming up in sports, Pitt State football aims to snap a 3-game losing streak to Washburn this weekend. And the Carthage boys hit the field looking to claim a district championship. Jacob Leonard has that and more next.
Doug Hetty has earned
For dates and time.
This weekend is one of the biggest games of the season for Pittsburgh State football. The Gorillas welcome in the Washburn Ichabods on Saturday afternoon. And both teams are 7-2 heading into this one. The winner keeps their playoff hopes alive. The loser will be out of the running for the postseason. Now, one thing to watch here, Washburn leads the MIAA as a team with 25 sacks in 9 games. Pittsburgh State has given up the least amount of sacks, allowing just 6 this season, with an offensive line that's been doing work all year.
It's awesome. I mean, they're my protectors. They take care of me and keep people off of me, and it makes my job super easy. I can just sit back there and look at DBs and watch my receivers go catch the ball. So, yeah, they make it awesome on me, but they're going to have a tough test this week. They're a good defense.
They do a good job of covering, and sometimes there's coverage sacks back there. They got some guys that can get off of blocks up front. They have a talented defensive end that disrupts up front and gets off of blocks and makes a lot of plays there. And then they got some linebackers that can blitz and get there as well. So I think it's just a combination of a lot of different things, and it's just being a really good football team.
The Carthage High School boys soccer team has a shot to claim a district title tonight. Carthage hosts Kickapoo this evening in the Class 4 District 5 Championship. Now, the winner of this one faces Blue Springs in the state quarterfinals next week. Carthage comes out strong, putting pressure on, but cannot get on the board. It's Kickapoo finding the back of the net first. Landon Keisker pulls the keeper out of the net, wide open for Nicholas McDermott. Later, off a free kick, Timothy Morris pokes it through to Liam Olson, who puts it in the left corner. The Chiefs up 2-0. In the first minute of the second half, Keisker rips one from far out, pushes it to a 3-goal lead. Kickapoo rides the momentum, bringing home the district title in a 3-0 win over Carthage.
I told the guys this numerous times. When focus is on the field, we can play with anybody. Coming into the tournament as a 6 seed, we knocked off the 3 and then the 2. And in both of those games, those were come from behind wins. So just very proud of how they played and how they didn't quit.
Class 3 District 6, the Neosho Wildcats are in Springfield facing Bolivar for a district title. Neosho gets it done 3-1. The Wildcats will face Glendale on the 13th in the Class 3 state quarterfinals. The Pittsburgh State men's basketball team hits the floor tonight against Kansas State in their second preseason exhibition game of the season. The Gorillas fall on that one 78-59. Antonio Givens goes for a team-high 13 points and 6 rebounds. Also on the floor tonight, the Missouri Southern women playing their first exhibition game on the road against Wichita State. Shockers win that one 89-61. However, nice night for freshman and Mount Vernon product Lacey Stokes in her first action for the Lions. She scores a team-high 19 while collecting 7 rebounds. The Pittsburgh State cross-country teams will be in Joplin on Saturday, running in the Central Regional meet. The Pitt State men coming off their first ever MIAA Conference Championship. The Gorillas are looking forward to competing in Joplin for a spot at Nationals at a place they're pretty familiar with.
almost home field advantage in some way, shape, or form. I mean, we run at Missouri Southern quite a bit, so we're just going to go out there and do our thing. Our guys are fit, we're ready, we're healthy. Sometimes it's not the best team, it's the healthiest team, but we think that we are the best, but we're also the healthiest, which is a great place to be.
On the women's side, Pittsburg State is coming off a third-place finish at the conference championships. It's actually the first time since 2016 that they have not finished on top of the MIAA. The Gorillas are motivated to bounce back on Saturday and earn their 14th all-time trip to nationals.
Of course you want to win. Of course you want to be the first place team at regionals, but a lot of us just looking to qualify to go the next step for nationals. So obviously it wouldn't be a big disappointment if we didn't get first as a team, but it would be even greater if we got to qualify. We definitely know who we need to be and who we're looking for and what color jerseys we're going to race with, and we've definitely been talking about it and strategizing for it. So we're ready and we're excited.
That's a look at sports. We're back with more news after this.
Take time now to honor a local veteran. Sergeant Chad Ash served in the U.S. Army. His hometown, Baxter Springs, Kansas, and we are proud to salute Sergeant Chad Ash. He's tonight's 4-state hero. Now today's KOIM News Now Insta poll question. Again, we've been asking, would anything convince you to get a COVID-19 vaccine for your 5 to 11-year-old child? The majority, 55%, say, you know what, I'm already convinced. 44% say no, and very few of those say any more information will make any difference. This poll is now closed. Thank you for participating. The weather, not too bad tomorrow.
No, it actually looks pretty good. A little bit warmer than what we saw today. We're going to have a little bit more sunshine. Chilly, but 59 for a high. But check out the weekend, 65 and 70. Leonard just asked, is it going to be windy? It's not. It's going to be a really good weekend.
It is a fishing Saturday, I'm telling you.
I think it's going to be a football Saturday, man.
That's
what I'm going to be doing at least.
And tomorrow night as well.
Yeah, before we get to that, we got a fantastic football Friday. We're going to be live from Galena. 8-1 Bulldogs host 7-2 Frontenac in the district playoffs.
Nice.
Thanks for joining us. Morning News starts at 5 a.m. Let's make it a great tomorrow.
Service is provided by the Wild Side in Pittsburgh.